sure everything's good. Okay. All right. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we are here to review Monday Night Raw after Evolution 2. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. On the heels of a packed weekend of action, WWE Raw hit the Netflix airwaves with a blockbuster main event to determine the number one contender for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship, and the first appearance of our new Women's World Champion, Naomi. So, we had to kick off with the Glow herself. Proceed with caution, motherfuckers. Y'all weren't feeling that glow, but y'all feeling me now, aren't you? Naomi said this at the top of Monday's show, less than 24 hours after cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase to win the Women's World Champion from Io Sky during the Genius of the Skies Instant Classic with Rhea Ripley. Now, discussing her jump from SmackDown to Raw, she told Bianca Belair, "I didn't betray you, I outgrew you," before running both her and Jade Cargill down and warning the locker room to proceed with caution. Of course, this is what led to Rhea Ripley to come out, and then, of course, Sky. One thing you should know about me, I'm not cautious, which we all know. Sky appeared next and demanded that Mommy get in the back of the line before a back-and-forth argument ensued until Raw General Manager had to inject himself into the segment and said, "We got to give the women's their flowers. But what we also have to give the people is a triple threat match," which I knew was going to fucking happen, considering everything that has went down. So, at SummerSlam, it will be Naomi defending the title against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Most likely, they'll probably put the title right back on Io, or they'll give it to Rhea Ripley. Who knows? This triple threat match is interesting. One thing I do know is never to bet against the champion. So, it's going to be a good night for SummerSlam. But this was great in A, and this was a great way to start off fucking Monday Night Raw. Start off with the women. We also got a backstage confrontation, of course, with the Judgment Day. As Finn Balor congratulated Roxanne and Rodriguez on successfully defending the Women's Tag Team Championships in the Fatal 4-Way at Evolution. He then hyped them up ahead of their match of Asuka and Kairi Sane, and you can also see in the background that JD was kind of setting up on 2K25 the match itself. "Do it for Liv," he told them. So, of course, we had the Kabuki Warriors versus the Judgment Day. Perez and, of course, Rodriguez took to the squared circle for the tag team match, with Dominic accompanying them, and looking to make it 2-0 against the tandem in as many nights. The heels dominated the action, isolating Sane and working her over in their corner. When the babyface had Perez pinned, Mysterio provided a nice distraction that prevented her from picking up the win. The Intercontinental Champion once again did the same thing. Asuka hit him with a backspin arm, who, of course, found her at the receiving end of a roll-up victory by the Prodigy. So, Judgment Day won. Yeah, this was pretty average. This wasn't like anything new. This is just continuing the flow of what we got for the Judgment Day so far. We had a 2 out of 3 falls match between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, with something that I feel as if Bayley should have won here to make SummerSlam feel interesting. Instead, they went with the ladder and went with fucking Valkyria. So, the winner of this would face Becky for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. For the loser, a spot in the back of the line. And that's where Bayley fits. Bayley struck first, scoring a quick pinfall with a slap and a schoolgirl roll-up. Aggressive and intent on claiming victory, the role model allowed her emotions to get the best of her, creating an opportunity for Valkyria to even the score at 1 fall apiece with another roll-up. Each competitor delivered signature moves, but neither were able to keep the other down. As near falls increased and exhaustion set in, with Valkyria's back racked with pain, Bayley scaled the top rope, delivered a top elbow for a kick out, only for Valkyria to have finally... only for the former women's champion applied the STF, this isn't the STF. She applied a fucking crossbar, or cross, crossface. What I was looking for the word. Applied a crossface, but upon her attempt to roll out of it, it was up to Valkyrie, who countered and delivered to the Nightwing. So she's going to, of course, face Becky Hogan. Yeah, that's right. I said it. What are you going to do, Becky? Fuck you. Next up, we had, of course, Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green. It feels weird to have Nikki Bella back here, but she is. Chelsea Green confronted Stephanie Vakir backstage, talking some trash ahead of her match with Nikki Bella. Green, seeking revenge after the Hall of Famer eliminated her and her secret Hervis in the Evolution Battle Royal, looked to get back to winning ways. She worked the former Divas champion over, sending her back first into the Timekeeper's barricade. She targeted the spine of her opponent as chants for the competitors were split right down the middle. Bella fought back, fended off Piper Niven's and Fire, and scored off a Rack Attack 2.0. After the match, Secret Hervis pummeled the victor, only for Vakir to make the save. La Primera cleared the ring and stood tall with Bella to close out the segment. And yes, this was another average match. It felt a little bit weird with Bella defeating Green. So a nice little run here that she's got going. And a little bit of ring rust, as you can see, too. The performance was solid, though. I agree. Gunther had cut a promo. Adam Pearce informed the New Day that they will have to earn their rematch for the tag team titles before telling Dominic that his ribs will be reevaluated next Monday. The World Heavyweight and gave us a good little bit with AJ Styles. Gunther made his way to the ring just 48 hours removed from retiring Goldberg at Saturday Night Main Event and retaining his title. He told the W Universe, "I don't get the issue because I am in a great mood today," he told the W Universe. "I ended the myth of Bill Goldberg." So there's really only one question. Who's next? And that's when Braun Breaker made his way out. Interrupted the champion, who appeared amused by his presence. Paul Heyman warned the ring general that his charge is going to break your ass at SummerSlam. And Gunther almost, in fact, walked out on Heyman, not wanting to hear any of it, and just said, "You know what? I'm good. You guys do what you got to do." Great it'll be, and honestly, the Braun Breaker Gunther stare down is intense. Which brought us to our main event, the number one Contenders Gauntlet match. With a shot at Gunther's World Championship on the line, with the shot at Gunther and the World Heavyweight Championship on the line for SummerSlam, 5 competitors stepped up and battled in the gauntlet. Familiar foes, Braun Breaker and Penta kicked off the action, with the winner moving on to compete against another entrant. So a back-and-forth battle went on, yada yada yada, which led to, of course, Breaker spearing him to the mat in air, I believe, and Penta being eliminated. This moved on to LA Knight, who found himself at the receiving end of the target attack at his injured midsection. Despite a strong effort, the megastar could not fend off Breaker after delivering a fireman's carry gutbuster and, of course, hitting him with a spear. You're gone. Jey Uso took the fight to his longtime rival, even stunning him with a tope suicida, basically a suicide dive. Instead of continuing the assault, Uso ran back, did his entrance again, little yeet in the ring, yeeting with the fans, and drawing criticism from Corey Graves, of course, out of all people. Uso recovered from his bad judgment and rolled late, only for Bronson Reed to interfere on behalf of Breaker and set up the former IC Champion's advantage to the last competitor. So Uso got eliminated, so Breaker was running through everybody. And that's when Punk hit the ring. Punk hit the ring like a man possessed, taking the fight to Breaker. Michael Cole put over the heel's endurance, saying he had competed for over 35 minutes. Punk rolled late, delivering his elbow drop and applying the Anaconda Vice, only for Reed to interfere again, Uso making the save and fending off the big man. Braun Breaker set up for a spear, but Punk countered with a kick and set him up to go to sleep for the win. So we're getting Punk and Gunther for SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen, and I like it. Now, it kind of sucks because Seth Rollins would have been perfect here to kind of hint and tease, I got the Money Bank briefcase, baby. Can't fuck with me, bitch. So, it kind of sucks with him being out for 4 to 5 months. This is why they would have done this. So after the match, the heels beat down Punk until Roman Reigns made his long-awaited return, clearing the villains from the ring and standing tall alongside the best in the world and his cousin, main event, Jey Uso, to close out the show. This was a fucking great main event, and honestly, let's bump this up to a fucking A. An A. With Roman Reigns returning, that's an A in its own. Punk and Gunther is a match WWE has produced at live events, including a steel cage match during December's holiday tour, but one that was never been presented on TV. So this is big for Punk. Breaker has been fast tracking fucking for a main event push. So even more following Seth Rollins' injury. Like, I could see Braun Breaker taking that briefcase and cashing in on behalf of Seth Rollins and winning the world title, and Paul Heyman putting all of his focus on Braun Breaker for Seth Rollins to come back and be like, motherfucker, what are you doing? This was about me. I win your future, not anybody else. Not even you. So with this show wrapped up, this was a great episode of Flagship Show coming right off of Evolution and Saturday Night Main Event. And, of course, all the Wrestling Weekend. Triple H and the W Creative team picked up where they left off, giving fans a steady dose of the women's division through the first 90 minutes. From the announcement of Rhea Ripley, Sky, and Naomi at SummerSlam to Valkyria and Bayley tearing down the house in 3 straight falls, to the Kabuki Warriors and the Judgment Day running it back for the not for the tag team titles. Correction, the match was not for the tag team titles. The women's of the WWE reiterated their value. When it was time to turn the attention to the world title picture and Gunther's SummerSlam opponent, the show delivered a gauntlet match pinning 5 top stars against each other for 40 minutes. Throw in a long-awaited return of Roman Reigns, and you have an exclamation point on the 24-hour span of a superb fucking show from WWE, graded an A, like it should be. And this is how it should be booked coming off of it and heading right in for SummerSlam, which, of course, we're prepped for, we're ready for. We can't wait to have you guys watch along with us at SummerSlam because we're going to be in New Jersey, baby. That's right. Everything was smooth. A couple of matches got boring. I know the tag team match was a bit boring. Fucking Bayley's and Lyra Valkyria's match was interesting. You had Nikki and Chelsea Green F. The fucking Gunther's promo led us into that gauntlet, which I liked. That was a good segue. And then, of course, the start of the show was fucking nice. It was a already known, predicted kind of thing. But nonetheless, this was Monday Night Raw. I can't wait to see what they do next week. I hope to see fucking Punk cut a promo on Gunther. It'd be nice to see that. Some Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed tension. Maybe Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to kind of fill in that Seth Rollins gap. But needless to say, they're on fire right now. So I'll see you guys Saturday for the Saturday summary, the SmackDown summary on Saturdays. And we're building our way. The road to SummerSlam begins, and I can't wait for it. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.